Okay, I guess we can call this meeting to order. Motion that we approve the agenda of the April 25th, 2023 meeting. Carried. And a motion for the adoption of the minutes of the previous meeting, March 28th. And the new business, Board of Variance request regarding 655 ADJOURNMENT Drive. Daniel, do we want to speak to this for us?
Yeah, thanks, David. So I'm going to quickly just talk about the functioning of the Board of Variance before I discuss the variance that was requested today. So local governments that adopt zoning bylaws must establish a Board of Variance. The Board of Variance has the power to grant minor variances from the land use bylaw. A person may apply to the Board of Variance if they allege that compliance with a bylaw respecting siting, size, or dimensions of a building would cause them hardship. Board of Variance members are volunteers and selected from the community. They must visit the subject property prior to the Board of Variance meeting. The Board of Variance chair will advise when the public can speak. Once deliberation is finished and the board makes their decision, no further input can be provided. So now I'll begin discussing the variance that was requested today. The applicant received a building permit to construct an addition to an existing family dwelling, which had 6.3 meter setbacks. The location of the subject property was 655 ADJOURNMENT Drive. During construction of the approved addition, it was determined that the original home had to be removed. The applicant now seeks a rear yard setback variance to build a new single-family dwelling on the footprint of the original building that had non-conforming setbacks that were legal. The length of the requested setback variance is 1.2 meters. This is a reduction from 7.5 to 6.3 meters. On the attached image, you can see the location of the setback in relation to the subject property. As part of the Board of Variance process, individuals in the neighborhood are notified. Postcards containing public notices were sent out on April 14th, 2023 to neighbors within a 75 meter radius of 655 ADJOURNMENT Drive. A total of 43 postcards were sent. On the attached image, you can see the subject property identified by a gold star, as well as all the properties that were included in the notification area located in the 75 meter radius. That's all. Thanks. From the community members, from the public input that we received, there was one email from a neighbor on ADJOURNMENT Drive that indicated their support. This is attached to the meeting agenda.
Thank you, Daniel. Any questions to Daniel? I have just one question that really doesn't make much difference, but it's more for my personal information than anything else. I noticed on the calculation regarding the lot coverage that the coverage doesn't include the shed that is behind the garage. Is there a reason for not including that? I don't think it matters there, but is there a reason?
It does include the shed. So if you go to part 2 of the background information, third paragraph, based on applicant site plans, which include a garage in the rear of the property, that shed is the garage. Yeah, the shed is not visible on the architectural plans of the house, but it is located on the site plan.
All right. Well, I'm not going to take up any more time about this. Is there anyone here who would like to speak to the application? Is the applicant here?
Yes, if you go to the podium and press the button, you should be able to speak to the mic.
Hello, and thank you for having me. And as Mr. Lake mentioned, I want to decrease the setback if I can. And when I bought the house, it was in a terrible shape, so I didn't know what I bought. And home inspector actually said that that house is strong, as it's gonna outlast me, but apparently it didn't. So I had to remove. And now that I would like to continue and build my house. Any question I can,
Thank you. Any questions from the committee?
thank you.
Okay, I'm going to call the question. All those in favor of approving this application? Application's approved. Thank you very much. And the meeting is adjourned.